Here we are
Hey,
again. Welcome back to us all in the proof. We are
the Windy City Tasters.
Father and son team. The train is chugging along.
Right.
We read
the Vodka Series. We're moving to the top shelf, the upper echelon, the upper room. Yes. And you just saw the collector's edition of the Rolling Stone of Crystal Head Vodka that I had. And it stays a collector's item when you don't open the vodka, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So if you want Crystal Head Vodka, check it out. Let me know. Let me know. But anyway, now we're moving up to the last three. The three that are all automatically associated with the top shelf. And I'll listen. We're going to Ketel One first right here. Then we have Ciroc for you Ciroc lovers of you know who you are. And then we have
Grey Goose.
The Grey Goose.
Flapper.
The Grand Standard. Now, hey, some people swear by this, somebody swear by Goose, somebody. So we're gonna check them out on camera,
right,
to let you know,
right,
our viewers on how things are. They all rate to be there. We're gonna see if they should stay there. The
Treka
from Iceland,
right,
definitely deserves to be there. We're gonna work. It might bump somebody off the shelf. But anyway, we'll let you know. Ketel One, son, introduce.
All right, now we all know that Ketel One is top shelf and it's marketed that way. You got the man and the good-looking man, handsome, going out on a nice night out, you know, and they dress in their suits. And someone said Ketel One brands it as how they want you to feel, you know. So you don't see, you know, Ketel One with Barker Bar commercials and big old husky bikers, you know, stepping out of a bar. You know, they want you to feel a certain way. And this is one of the oldest vodkas around since 1691.
Some of you weren't born then.
From father and son and Scheidem, Holland. So, and this is also 80 proof.
Right.
And the Ketel One is named after the original distilling kettle. And there are rumors that part of the original kettle is still around in part of the museum. And if you guys find out where it is, fine. I may see it one day. I travel all over the country.
Yes, you do.
And I'll be around the world someday. But the Ketel One is the original kettle that this all started from in 1691.
1691, not 1891.
No, not 1991.
Not 1991. 16. You would be 400 years old.
Yeah.
So you might not be alive. You might not have been alive when it started.
And this goes into that marketing. The costly painstaking process, you know, possesses a refined elegance, distinctive smoothness, and unmatched quality. So they want to still market, like you know, the high end. Everyone's going to market to a different demographic.
Right.
City people. Right. Rich lawyers or whatever.
Right.
20-somethings, you know. You got these 20-somethings that are like internet stars. Mark Zuckerberg is the world's youngest billionaire.
Right.
So they're going to aim, but this is aimed toward every age of the top end.
Right.
You're, you know, 65, 75, I mean, not 70, 65, 55, 45, you know, if you can afford, I mean, in a sense.
Yeah.
If you can afford to buy Ketel One or at a bar,
and it's not overly expensive.
It's not overly expensive, it's not overly promoted, but they're going to market it that way.
Right.
You know, and it's just interesting how that's done.
And certain demographics work for certain products. For instance, you don't see a Jaguar dealer really in Chicago, that area, in Chicago.
Right.
Because the people that want a Jaguar will drive to the Jaguar dealers where they are.
Right.
Rolls Royce. You don't see the Rolls Royce dealerships in Chicago, but if you want a Rolls Royce, you'll drive to where they are. You see a whole lot of Chevy, Ford, Chrysler dealers all over Chicagoland. You follow what I'm saying?
You know it's weird, Dad. You made a point. You don't see a whole lot of Bentley commercials.
Right.
A lot of Rolls Royce commercials.
Because they know their clientele. Word them out.
And you see Jag commercials every now and then, but they're very strategic. You don't see a whole lot of Ketel One commercials. They're out there.
Right.
But they're shown at certain programs, certain times, when they know they can hit that demographic.
And people know who they are. So
people know who they are.
A lot of products speak for themselves.
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So here we are with the first, not the last, the first entry into our, well,
top shelf.
The other two we found out where they belong.
The quality was superlative. The quality.
The well-known top shelf. This is the first entry, and we just randomly selected them. So Ciroc could be next or Goose be next. But anyway, Ketel One got the draw to be first. So here we go. We'll try it neat. Like I said, I always splash cranberry on everything I get without even tasting it. So we're gonna try it out and see how it tastes neat.
Wow, it's like bold. It's very bold. It's very it's like heavier than most vodkas, but it's still high quality at the same time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was smooth.
It's bold. It's like but it's still very, very high quality.
You said about the very first vodka we tasted the You
right, high quality. Right. It has that punch. When now you say I never drink Ketel One straight. I never drink.
Right.
So, but we like to give it a fair assessment.
Now, price point wise, as you move up the ladder, on price ladder.
Yeah, you can be spending like $40 for this bottle, like 35, $40.
You can tell that they use high quality ingredients. They meaning all of the top shelf. Not saying the middle shelf and the bottom shelf don't use high quality ingredients. Is that you can tell the difference, and it's in the ingredients.
Right.
Maybe the distillation process, but they've been doing this since 1691, so I doubt if they changed their whole distillery to chase after some of the other ones. They're probably doing the same thing, same way,
it's
all the years.
Because why would you lose your clientele since 1691? Why would you lose?
Right. If you build a Rolls Royce, one way you keep building it, keep building it, get the craftsmen to build it, do the same way. If you start changing up things, sometimes you fall off. So they've been doing the same thing since 1691. That's telling you, that's a statement in itself. So, because what the king, the other one, the king.
The king, we always said that.
The flavor one, the non-flavor one I got.
Well, we always said that the king was, you have Smirnoff.
Smirnoff was 1897.
And the queen is Absolute.
Right. Smirnoff came in the game in 1892 or something like that. 1879. And they were the king in America for 40, 50 years.
Decades.
For in America. So they were doing their thing since 1691. That was 200 years prior to
Absolute.
Not Absolute, the other one.
Smirnoff.
See how fast?
But
hey, you do these shows, you'll see, you can remember too.
Yeah.
So they were doing 200 years before that, but they were doing their thing in their own little country.
But you haven't heard, you ever heard of Ketel One as far as in the American landscape, popular landscape?
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't heard of that 30 years ago. Nobody was talking about Ketel One.
Any of
30 years ago.
30 years ago, none of this was here. This table was empty.
Until the past 15 years or so.
The table was empty.
Ketel One is like, boom. But there are people who are drawn into Ketel One because of the demographic.
Right.
There are people who are drawn into this.
And everybody's trying to get
Ketel One is taking their demographic.
Everybody's trying to get a piece of the American money.
Yes.
So Ketel One is doing their own thing in Holland over there, doing their own thing quietly, making their money in Holland. And somebody say, hey, why don't you try the American market? Came over here, boom, got promoted to the right demographic.
Exactly.
And it took off.
Right.
The next two the same way. Well, this next one has a different kind of story too, but the last one, same way.
Right.
Same way. So we're going to try it on the Cuba ice, cool it down a little bit. I'm going to let mine chill just a little bit longer. But the Ketel, you got Ketel One drinkers that drink nothing but Ketel One. You got the other drinkers that drink their own drinks too.
And you notice in the commercial, especially with the higher end,
right?
They almost always show, them drinking on the rocks. Either the glass is close up to the TV with the ice in it and it's slowly pouring down, or you got a guy in a 3-piece suit walking up to the bar, and he the bartenders are usually a sexy lady putting the glass down with the ice cubes and slowly pouring the Ketel One. When you get this, they're not going to show Ketel One a cranberry, Ketel One,
right.
They're going to show you Ketel One on the rocks because they want you to know that they have that level of quality before you even think about putting cranberry or orange juice or anything in there. They want you to have that feeling.
Yeah, when most people drink, if they want scotch and vodka, you say vodka, they'll pour you something like that over the rocks.
Right.
And then you walk away with it. That's how your dinner drink is.
Right.
But what we said with this upper echelon pricing and so-called quality, you don't drink these after if you're just watching TV, a ball game, sitting around, playing around. This is maybe too expensive for that kind of scenario.
Right.
So these have a special place.
Right.
If you want to drink them every day, well, if you Rockefeller or something, you drink, that's all you drink. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost to where
but you don't cut grass.
like let's say this is my colleague from work, and he says, you know what? It's Friday. Come on my house. We have a little drink.
Play cards or something.
Play cards.
Yeah,
I come in his house. He's got a little money.
Right.
I come over there. He pours Ketel One. I'm like, hey, because of that marketing.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, I shouldn't ask for no cranberry in this. Let me drink. Because of that certain level of quality.
If you come to my house, son, and we playing cards, we're not gonna drink Ketel One.
No. But if you go on somebody's yacht out on the water.
Oh yeah, that's all they got.
And they pouring Ketel One.
The lowest they can go is
on the rocks.
They all the same.
And you're gonna sip it, even though you don't normally sip that because they want the quality to shine before anything else is put in that in your glass.
So I like the cool. I like the neat. Excuse me.
It's has a bolder pronunciation, and you can tell the brain distillate. I mean, I'm like it's like working in my brain.
Yeah, you gotta talk and point too.
I'm pointing right there.
I got a Jack. Got a 9. Okay. I gave it a Jack. It was good to me. Like I said, this whole segment earlier we did it neat, and then did with ice and cranberry.
Right.
These last segments, since the so-called pricing point and the so-called quality went up, I've been doing it neat, and I've noticed this is nice drinking.
Right. Yeah. And that's what they want you to. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah. I don't think I go home ever again and drown it with some Ketel One with some cranberry.
Right. And they don't want you to do that. That's how they market it. They want to know that their Ketel One is so superlative that you don't need
it's like,
a lot of stuff.
It's like driving a Mercedes or BMW around or a Lexus with a car cover on it. You know what I'm saying? You want a car, you want a car to expose it. You want to see.
You ain't gonna put no spinner rims on Lexus.
Yeah, don't tell them they got 29s on it. Wagon wheels. But okay, let's go down a different line. But anyway, so we're gonna finish this high-end, high value segment.
More for you, and till next time,
it's all in the proof.